Hello, everybody. Your professor is here. Spider-Man is here. The Avengers are here. Even Patrick of Ireland and Francis of Assisi are here. And look, I've got St. George and C.H. Spurgeon looking over my shoulder. We have a cloud of witnesses here to welcome you to History of Christianity, early to medieval. This semester, we're going to explore 1,500 years of church history. What a trip. My name is Rex Butler, and I am your professor. I'm entering my 17th year here at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, and this will be my final year. Yes, my wife and I will retire a year from now. And so this is my final year at the seminary, and I'm going to give it all I've got. I'm so glad that you will be a part of it. This is the weekend hybrid section of this course, and I think this is a very special format, and I have a lot of special features planned for you. So let's talk about the syllabus, your requirements and expectations, and some of the features and benefits of this class. First of all, I want to talk about my contact information. You see my email address there, and it's on your syllabus. The best way to reach me is by email, either directly to my office account or through Canvas. Typically, I will respond that day or the next day, sometimes early in the semester, as things are quite busy and I have a lot of people writing to me. It might take a little extra time, but my priority is my students, and so I'll respond as quickly as I can. If you want to call me, my phone number is also listed there. 504-816-8202. If I'm not here, just leave a message and I'll get back to you. You're always welcome to come by my office. I'm in the Dodd Building, room number 105. My door is almost always unlocked, and you are welcome to come see me. Let's talk about textbooks. There are two required textbooks. The first one is by Justo Gonzalez, The Story of Christianity, Volume 1. I think you will enjoy this textbook. I get good reviews from my students, and it is one of the influences on my personal decision to specialize in church history. It is that well written. There's another book called Documents of the Christian Church, edited by Henry Bettinson and Chris Maunder. The most recent edition is the 4th edition. Any edition will do for you. And then there will be additional required reading from primary sources that are available on the internet. Okay, and your reading schedule is included in the syllabus and the course schedule. Now, we will function on the Canvas learning platform, and so you'll need to go online to your Canvas account. You will be automatically enrolled. I have nothing to do with that, so don't contact me, but just wait for the online department to enroll you. This class has as its foundation the traditional online approach, but with the extra added bonus of the weekend conference that we'll talk about later. So when you get onto Canvas, you'll see a series of modules. The first module is titled Welcome, Begin Here. And so do that. And you'll see a welcome from Dr. Du, our president. Don't you just love him? I sure do. And he's got a word of welcome for all of our students. You'll find the syllabus and course schedule for you to download and print out. There's also a video there. In fact, this video will be uploaded so that you can be welcomed by your professor, and you'll view this explanation of your syllabus. There are also a number of course resources that are available under this module. Now, the first thing I would like for you to do is to look and see under week 1, unit 1, a place where you can post your introduction. Introduce yourself. If you would, you can tell me and your fellow students about yourself, where you come from, what is your degree program, what is your ministry goal, what ministries are you involved in now, what job are you working now. Tell us about your family and any hobbies, anything that you would like to share, we would like to know. And post pictures. I love to see pictures of my students. Well, I have led the way with my own introduction and probably more information than you want to know about me, but I also post pictures of my wife and my family and my grandkids. And of course, you want to see pictures of my grandkids, right? All right, also under the course modules, you'll find to-do lists for each week. You'll find PowerPoint lectures, video lectures as well, along with bonus features. You will conduct your unit tests and reading reports online on Canvas under the course modules, and there are study guides there for you as well. All right, let's talk about unit assignments first. You'll have a unit test due at the end of each unit. The dates are listed here for you, also in your syllabus and course schedule. And so August 28th, your first unit test is due, and so on and so forth. Let's talk about the unit tests. There are 6 unit exams, unit tests. I use both words. They are online, and each one lasts for 25 minutes. Now, you need to watch your time because it will shut down at the expiration of 25 minutes. So at 20 minutes, you need to start being sure that you've answered the final questions. You might want to review your answers before you submit. Now, let me explain that every exam has a base value of 25 points. But every exam has some bonus questions that if you answer them, you can increase the value of each exam. The word bonus comes from the Latin word for good. And so these questions are good. Don't think of them as extra work. Think of them as extra opportunities to earn points for your score. Now, at the end of the semester, your lowest exam grade will be dropped. This is in case you forget to take an exam, if you have computer problems, if you go out of town to do a D-Now or a revival, or maybe you go visit grandma, all right? If you miss an exam, it is all right because the lowest grade will be dropped. And this means that if you're satisfied with your first 5 exam scores, then you can exempt yourself from the 6th, all right? But I need to emphasize that you need to be sure and write down the due dates and get your exams turned in on time, because after midnight at the end of that date, the exams are going to disappear, and I will not reopen them. Okay? I repeat, I will not reopen them, so do not ask. Just be sure that you get yours done on time. All right, the reading reports are due every week, and so you'll estimate the percentage of your reading that you completed in 20% increments. If you read everything, well, then you'll get 2.5 points. If you didn't read quite everything, but almost, well, then you'll submit 80% for 2 points. If you read just over half, that's 60%, 1.5 points, and so on. But please, do the reading that is assigned, because you cannot learn everything that I want you to know about church history by just watching the video lectures. I want you to do your reading so you can glean more information about our church history. All right, at the end of the semester, you'll have an opportunity to fill out a bonus reading report. This means that if you have read everything that's been assigned for the entire semester, you'll get 5 bonus points to add to your score. This means that if you don't quite finish all the reading for one unit or another, you can go back and complete that reading and then qualify for the 5 points. Of course, the easiest way to do it is just to complete the reading every unit, and then at the end of the semester, you get 5 extra points. The reading schedule is included in the syllabus. Now, you will have 2 written assignments. Each one is a book review. And this semester, the books that you'll review are very special, all right? You'll read and review Brian Shelton's book, Quest for the Historical Apostles, all right? This book review is due on September 18th. You'll find out why Brian Shelton is such a special fella in just a little bit. Here's what a book review should look like. Each book review will be between 6 to 8 double-spaced, typewritten pages. You will have a bibliographical entry at the top of the first text page of the review. That is the author, the title of the book, the publication information. Then your first paragraph will be a brief biographical sketch of the author. Tell where this person earned his degree, where is he teaching now, what are 1 or 2 or 3 other books written by the author. But this needs to be brief because I want the majority of your paper to be spent on a summary of the contents of the entire book. That is the body, that is the heart of your book review. But then finally at the end, I want a special section called Application Point and tell what is the impact of this book on your own personal life and ministry. Now, the second book review is by another special author, a friend of mine named Brian Litfin, Early Christian Martyr Stories. And so this will be the second book review. It's due November 13th. So those are your 2 written assignments. If you like, you may submit your book review to Turnitin, which is a service on Canvas that will highlight the material that is found in its database. You need to check that highlighted material to be sure that it is cited properly, because you may need to put more of your paper in your own words, all right? This will help you to avoid plagiarism, all right? The other tool available to you is our writing center called The Right Stuff, and you may submit a draft to the writing center. You'll see the instructions there at the website, and the writing center staff will review your paper and work with you in order to improve it before you submit the final version. This will improve your academic writing and it will improve your grade. All right, now the heart of this semester is the weekend conference dated Friday and Saturday, October 20 and 21. This is a 2-day on-campus conference. And I've arranged this weekend in 4 conferences with different topics. What happened to the apostles, early Christian martyr stories, the rise of Islam, and understanding our Catholic neighbors. These are topics that relate to the parameters of our course, but will be, I think, special offerings for you that will be informative, inspiring, and helpful to your ministry. We'll have guest speakers participating in the conferences, bringing a variety of expertise to the classroom. And so I've designed these conferences to provide you with a unique learning experience. Never before, never again will this class be taught in exactly this way. But attendance at this conference is mandatory. All right? Now, let's talk about our guests. All right? First of all, my friends, Brian Shelton and Brian Litfin, will join us through Blue Jeans Technology. You'll recognize their names already as the authors of the 2 books that you are reading and reviewing. And so they will join us, and you'll have an opportunity to interact with these authors. You'll hear from them, you can ask questions of them, and the topics that they'll be talking about are Brian Shelton will talk about what happened to the apostles. Have you ever wondered about that? There are many legends and martyr stories written about our apostles. Brian Litvin will talk about early Christian martyr stories. We'll be inspired by them. So this is Friday. Saturday morning, Greg Matthias, our very own professor of global missions, will come in and talk about the rise of Islam. Dr. Matthias is a former missionary to North Africa and Middle East, and so he has a great deal of personal experience as well as academic expertise in the issue of Islam. He'll talk about the history. What do Muslims believe? And most important, how can we interact with them in a way to minister to them? Well, then I'll close out Saturday with the topic of understanding our Catholic neighbors. And this is a topic that I have taught at a variety of churches in our area. So I have a very special weekend planned, and so you want to be sure not to miss it. All right, afterward, there'll be a reflection paper due on October 30th, worth up to 25 points. This is a 2-page reflection paper. You'll choose one or more of the topics covered during the conference. All right, so I'm looking forward to reading your reflection papers, and I hope that you will reflect well on what you learned and how you applied the topics of our conference. All right, it's time for me to put on my ugly face, just like Shrek, all right, because I've got to talk to you about requirements and expectations of this course, and there will be penalties for failure to complete the requirements and expectations. First, unit exams and reading reports, they must be submitted by the deadline, all right, by midnight at the end of each deadline. The links will disappear, and so they will not be reopened. Okay, again, do not ask me. I will not reopen a unit exam or a reading report. But remember, one unit exam grade will be dropped. Okay, the weekend conference attendance is mandatory. You must attend those 2 days, October 20 and 21. Mark those dates on your calendar, because if you do not attend the conference, you cannot pass this class. But of course, you don't want to miss it, right? It's going to be a great conference. All right, tardiness. You have 2 written projects. They must be on time. Otherwise, you'll be assessed a 10% penalty. That's 6 points if it's submitted after the deadline. After 5 days, 20%. 12 points will be deducted. After 1 week, the penalty is so severe, I can't even contemplate it. I can't even speak the words. It's really bad. And so you don't want to wait too long before you turn this paper in. In fact, you just want to get it in on time. No assignment will be accepted after 2 weeks past the deadline. These aren't difficult assignments. Just do the work and turn it in. Finally, we need to avoid plagiarism. A high standard of personal integrity is expected of all students here at the seminary. Any infraction will be reported to the Dean of Students. You need to look at the graduate catalog for more information, for a definition of plagiarism, and consequences for violating it. That's the reason why it's good to turn it in to your tool online that will help you to avoid plagiarism. All right, those are the penalties. I can put my happy face back on, and so let's keep going, shall we? Let's talk about the grading system for this class. You will accumulate points with all of your assignments. So for your reading, your weekly reading adds up to 30 points. Again, you can earn 5 more bonus points if you read everything. All right, there are 6 unit tests. The lowest grade will be dropped, and so 5 will be counted. But again, your baseline is 125 points, but because every test includes some bonus questions, you can earn some extra points there as well. Your 2 book reviews are worth 60 points each, plus the reflection paper at 25 points. So the total base points is 300. Actually, you could earn even more than that. But the grading scale means that if you earn 275 to 300 points, you'll earn an A. 255 to 274 is a B, and so on and so forth. If you make less than 179 points, well, you will fail the class. But let me give you this word of encouragement. At least half of you are going to make A's in the class. Out of the other half, most are going to make B's. There may be a few C's and D's, but if you want to fail my class, you have to work very hard at it. It means you're not turning in your work, or you're turning it in late. It means that you have plagiarized, or you've neglected to attend the conference. Really and truly, in my class, if you do the work, you will pass. And that is a promise. It's a very doable course, as you can see. Now, let's talk about the use of the electronics. On these 2 days that you are in the conference, you need to turn off your cell phones and put them away. I know that you think that you need to be in touch with the people back home, but you need to let them know that you are in class for these 2 days, and your priority is the class. You're going to be listening to me, you're going to be listening to the speakers, and anyone trying to reach you will have to wait until class time is over. Put away your cell phones. Now, your laptops, you can use them to follow along with PowerPoints, but again, you need to use the laptops for purposes suitable for the class. Don't be playing solitaire. Don't be checking your email or Facebook. You'll not only distract yourself, but you'll distract your classmates. All right, I've got you for 2 days, and I have 2 very great days planned for you. I want you to enjoy them and benefit from them. Now, we always have to have an emergency plan, especially in the fall when, I hate to use the H word, but it is hurricane season. And so in case of an emergency, we'll go to the seminary website, nobts.edu, and you'll check Canvas for instructions related to this class. All right? So we'll hope for no emergencies this semester. All right, well, that's all I have for you. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and I will be in touch every week this semester. So I'm looking forward to our time together, looking forward to our study of the history of Christianity, early to medieval. The Lord bless you and keep you. Amen.